Hey everybody, this is Jon Easdon with Anglers Covey, and thank you for joining us for another edition of Bug of the Month. We're out here on the beautiful South Platte River today, and we're going to be talking about craneflies. We're going to be talking about cranefly larvae and cranefly adults. Craneflies are a very simple bug, and we focus on them in those two stages. Cranefly larvae are in the river year-round, but they particularly start to get active this time of year, later in the summer, early in the fall. And you'll see those big cranefly adults flying around. Craneflies are a huge food source for these trout. We particularly pay attention to them when the flows come up. So when we get an increase in the flows, it's gonna knock some of those bigger food sources loose, and it's kind of game on for the trout. The cranefly larvae that we generally see are about the size of my pinky. I have seen some bigger. So if you think about a trout who's eating a bunch of midges or a bunch of betas day in, day out, and all of a sudden a T-bone dinner comes rolling down the river, they have a hard time saying no to that. So when they're on them, they're absolutely on them. And today we're gonna start out talking about the nymph stage and fishing the nymph stage. As you can see here, these bugs are pretty big, and it's always a welcome surprise when we can fish bugs of this size on the South Platte River. And so to start out fishing nymphs, I'm just gonna start with a basic indicator nymph rig here with two cranefly larvae here. Craneflies are also really good point flies, so if you're fishing in a place where they're eating hatch-specific bugs like different betas or even caddis, something like that, midges even, you can always start with that big fly. And you're gonna know relatively quick if the trout are keyed in on that. And what we like to say is any day we're on the South Platte and we don't have to throw size 20s is a good day. Let's see what we can do. Just want to take a drift through these rocks. We ate the other cranefly. He's a little guy. I need to get somewhere where I won't kill myself. Little rainbow. Cutthroat. Another cutty. Good fish. Ooh, that's a real good fish. You don't like me. We fished the cranefly subsurface. Now we're actually going to try some adult craneflies on top of the water. And just like their larva friends, nice big dry flies. And a technique we like to do with these is we like to move these and skate them. You never really see an adult cranefly just dead drifting down the river, so we're going to try to add some action to this, and hopefully you'll be able to see that on this video. What we're doing here with this dry fly is a technique called skating. So I'm almost casting downstream directly. And as that fly swings around, I got my rod tip up. I'm stripping in a little bit of line and I'm wiggling that rod tip. It looks just like a cranefly skating across the surface there. Again, when we were talking about craneflies earlier, the adults are constantly moving on the water. They don't really just dead drift. We're trying to imitate that with this technique. Hey everybody, hope you enjoyed this month's bug of the month, which was the cranefly. We got to fish it a little bit today and we had a lot of good action on the larval stage of the cranefly. and not so much on the adult stage. Had some opportunities, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Please join us next week where we'll tie some crane flies and both larva and adult stage. And as always, if you guys have any questions about the bug of the month or anything in general, be sure to come into the shop, ask anybody there, shoot us a message. We'll be happy to help you. Until next time, thank you. Thank you guys for joining us today on the river, and hopefully, I don't even know what I want to say. Oh yeah. Thank you everybody for joining us on the river today for this month's tricks and tips, the crane fly. And well, you're all. Thanks for joining us for this month's Bug of the Munch. Thank you for joining us for this month's. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? I'm usually all right with this. All right. Be sure to check out our tying portion of our Bug of the Month, where we be, no, how do I want to say that? I'm sorry, dude, I'm tripping over my words now.